Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, your best crypto plug. If you believe the future of the Cardano is very bright and success won't be built in one night, leave a comment with the phrase Cardano to the moon. We're going to be doing our daily analysis on the price of Cardano to see what is happening and of course what is yet to come. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. If we're looking at Cardano on the daily time frame, it's up about 0.8%. We're seeing some coins down a little bit, and that is due to Bitcoin, seeing a little bit of a minor pullback. But as you guys know, the entire market has been looking mega bullish over the past week, especially if we look at it on the monthly time frame. So let's not forget that when we are analyzing the charts or when we start to question what's happening. So these are some factors that you need to be taking a look at. But yeah, let's get right into it. So if we're looking at the price of Cardano today, it's currently sitting at 63 cents. We're also up 1.1% in Bitcoin compared over the past 24 hours, with market cap holding exactly where it was yesterday at $22 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume currently sitting at $674.5 million. Not bad at all. But before we get into it any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer, anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your due diligence and research when you are investing in cryptocurrency. So I'm going to start with something different. We're going to talk about the most important event that's taking place for the year 2024, which is, and arguably for this entire cycle, you can see this for yourself, Bitcoin halving countdown. We're about 68 days away from Bitcoin halving officially taking place, and we know how big this is. And there's a lot of different thoughts, a lot of different conversations taking place, whether we're going to see Bitcoin retrace after this or we're going to see Bitcoin pump after this. A lot of people speculating, but what I'm personally projecting, as I've shared with you guys in my other videos, is that I think leading up to the happening, we're going to see a Bitcoin rally, which we're seeing right now as we speak. We are seeing that happen. And I think Bitcoin has everything for itself right now to push back into the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level. And I don't think it's going to reach an all-time high, which of course we can talk about as well. I don't think it will be able to reach an all-time high, but I think after Bitcoin is done, I think this is where the Seldon use event is going to take place. You might see a little bit of a sidewise momentum and then finally pop off in Q3 and Q4 this year. But again, that's just my own opinion. As always do your due diligence and research when you are investing in cryptocurrency. I'm not a financial advisor. You need to be doing your due diligence when it comes to cryptocurrencies, of course. But that's how I'm taking a look at it. But one thing, and of course we can see, is that Bitcoin is coming fast. And this time around, for the first time, institutions are ready. They have their bags packed. They're well in position, and they know the demand that this is going to trigger, especially in Q3 and Q4. I'm talking about historic price patterns, and usually around Q3 and Q4, after happening, we see the explosion. But again, one step at a time, we will see what happens. Let me know what you guys think as well. Of course, if we're looking at Bitcoin, it did see a little bit of a pullback yesterday, but still holding above $51,000, to be exact, $51,800. Bitcoin is looking amazing, but this upcoming week is really big. We're going to see how Bitcoin reacts because, of course, we're coming out of a long weekend. CMU futures are closed. It's going to be interesting to see how Bitcoin reacts. But let's take a look at Cardano now. If we're looking at Cardano, of course, as mentioned to you guys now, just a few moments ago, we are seeing a Bitcoin seeing a little bit of a pullback. So is the majority of the market. But if you're continuously now starting to look at ETA is barely seeing any retracement. And what I mean by that is, if I were to go and bring up the measuring tool for you guys from its monthly high of 64.14 cents, we're only down, guys, 2%. ETA is down only 2%. So we're not seeing massive pullbacks, and this is starting to get me happy. This is starting to get me excited. I think sooner rather than later, we're going to see the highly anticipated 78.6 Fibonacci retracement level retested for the first time in almost 2 years, guys. You know the importance of that at this point. I've covered this on my channel so many times. That is extremely important because I think once the price can get back into the 78.6, this is where people who are still on the sidelines might start flowing in. I've shared the Solana charts with you guys. I've shared the similarities between the two charts. Once the price of Solana broke out of its 78.6 Fibonacci retraceable level, we saw what happened with Sol. But of course, one thing you have to give Solana is its overall ecosystem. The ecosystem has been insane. It's been growing at such a huge rate. We're talking about $2 billion in total value loss. So you could see how much money, we're talking billions of dollars, that is flowing from different chains towards Solana. But sometimes the chart speaks for itself. And if you know what Cardano is doing, what they are developing, the innovation that's going on behind the scenes, there's so many developments that recently came out. And I'm sure if you are a Cardano supporter, you know that. And this is going to trigger the upside. And I think we're finally getting close to that highly anticipated date and finally ending the bear market cycle. You guys know officially in my books, the bear market cycle ends once the price can close back into the 78.6 Fibonacci retracement level. One thing I wanted to talk about in this update is there were 2 or 3 comments in my last update. Oh, Cardano is not going to reach up to its all-time highs. It's down compared to that. But what if I told you I could just show you? I don't even need to tell you this. If you look at the daily time frame, we go back down memory lane, you can pretty much see this is March 20th prices. So before we saw that explosive move, of course, we were in a pandemic at that time. Those are some things that we need to consider, but $0.02 was the price of ETA, $0.07 around those levels. And then after that, we made it up to this resistance, this key resistance. This is where you want to keep your eyes on. And we're seeing a very similar price pattern playing out, a huge similarity. You can see this for yourself. We broke out of that resistance, and this is a key resistance, and we made it up to 15 cents back down to 7 cents. And then boom. Once we broke out of it once again, then we went towards this parabolic zone. And I'm starting to see the very exact similarity. You can pretty much see this for yourself. Key resistance at 39.40. Breaking out of that, retesting the 78.6 at 69 cents, making its way back down to 45, seeing a pullback. And then boom, we're seeing once again momentum shifting towards Cardano. And I think once it gets into the 78.6, we could see that $1 psychological price point come to life. So really excited right now for Cardano's upcoming future. I think it's going to shock a lot of people this bull cycle. Let me know down below what you guys personally think. What are your targets and why do you think your target is what it is? Let me know below what your thoughts are. So of course, that is it for today's update. Let me know what you guys think. We have come to the end of today's video. Kindly support our channel by giving me a like, dropping me a comment, subscribing, and enabling notifications if you don't want to miss any future Cardano developments, including my upcoming video. I appreciate your presence. I'll see you again in the next video.